Weezy out of here.
The dash a digi, the schedule busy. My head in a hoodie, my shorty a goodie. My cousins are crazy, my cousins like boogie. Life is amazing, it is what it should be.
Guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title, in today's video I'm going to be doing another get ready with me, but also a Q&A. Similar to my last get ready with me, I didn't want to just, well, not my last one, the one before that, where I did like a get ready with me, but I was doing an update video. I didn't want to just do a Q&A, but I told you guys over on Instagram I'd be doing a Q&A, but I figured, like the last time, that I just do my makeup while I answer you guys' questions. That way maybe it's a little more entertaining and we can kill two birds with one stone. So I don't really know what makeup look I'm gonna do today. I'm probably gonna just go for something natural or like neutral, but I might do like faux freckles, or I might, I don't know, but that's really not the point of the video. I am going to be answering you guys' questions. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, be sure to follow me on Instagram because that's where I take polls and do things like this. So I have the questions on my phone. Oh, it just got like bright from my phone. So I'm just going to be answering them while I do my makeup. I'm going to go ahead and prime my face. Also, if you guys are wondering, these are not my natural eyes. These are some contacts from ttdi.com. So I'll have them listed down below in the description box and linked if you guys want to check them out. Also, if you guys are looking for contacts, you guys can use my code Ariana to save money off. This video is not sponsored, but I do just have a code for you guys if you guys want to save money on their website. So yeah, I went ahead and primed my face. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the questions. So the first question is from Alex Candia, and they asked, who or what inspires you most? I don't really know. I get inspired by everything, honestly. Like, I just feel like I'm constantly just like looking at everything. Like I mentioned in a video before, when I ride the subway, I always try not to like be on my phone, or I try not to like just be listening to music. I try to like look around at everyone, or like when I'm walking around New York City, just look around at everyone because I feel like there's inspiration everywhere. I love to like look at people. I also get a lot of inspiration from like architecture. I love like super industrial looking like buildings and architecture, like with pipes and concrete, metal, things like that. I just personally really love that stuff. I feel like in my head, I somehow can translate like architecture to fashion. So I get a lot of inspiration from things like that, from like shape and just like the way that things look. I don't know. So personally, that's where I get most of my inspiration from, just kind of like walking around and living my everyday life, but just kind of being aware of like the things around me. Mosami, I'm pretty sure that's how you say it, I'm not too sure, asks, has black and white always been your color scheme? I also answered some of these questions in my last Q&A, but I guess I'll answer them again because I got a lot of the same ones and I know I have a lot of new subscribers. So I guess the answer is no. Like in middle school and elementary school, I used to wear tons of color. Like there was a point where like if it wasn't colorful, I didn't wear it, like honestly. But again, that was like middle school, elementary school. And then I don't know really, like I told a story before about how I got into black and white. So if you guys want, I'll link my other, like my last Q&A down below because I went more in depth with it. But yeah, basically in like high school, that's when I started to get really into it. I got inspired by minimalism and I just got really into like just the black and white. O2.bean asks, at FIT, do you feel pressured to always, for lack of better words, look good? Personally, I don't really. I feel like this is a common theme or question. Like we talk about this, like FIT students, I feel like, but I feel like it's just based on you as a person. Like if you naturally feel like you're someone who gets up and gets dressed for school or not, I feel like it just depends on you as a person. Andrew Laser, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, asks, how tall am I? I get this question a lot too based on like try on hauls and stuff people want to know. I'm 5'3", just for reference, in case, I mean, it was a question, but in case you guys are ever wondering, like when I do try on hauls and stuff and you guys know, like want to see how things fit me, yeah, I'm 5'3". Someone asked for a skincare routine. Guys, I literally don't do anything. Like someone asked me like what I use to wash my face. Like my mom was asking me, she was like, wait, what do you even use like to wash your face? I literally use regular soap and water. Like the soap that I put on my body, like regular, like either the Dove or Olay soap, I literally use that on my face and I just use that to wash my face, and that's literally all I do. I make sure that I always take my makeup off before I go to sleep though, or at least I try to. That's something that like I'm really big on. But besides that, I literally don't really do anything. I don't have perfect skin. I feel like you guys think I do, but like I have like a lot of little pimples here. Like I'll break out a lot, not a lot, but I break out like at least a couple times a month. And it's usually like my chin or like this area. Someone else asked, who is your inspiration? I feel like I answered that. So let's see what other questions we have. Someone asked, who do you aspire to? I'm not sure if they meant like, who do I aspire to be? So I'm just gonna answer it as that. Well, I also don't know how to answer that question. I want to be a designer, like that's my goal. But I also just want to be an artist, like a creator. Like I don't feel like limiting myself. Like I don't feel the need to limit myself by like one title or one specific thing. Do you know what I mean? Like even like YouTube, like I feel like I don't need to limit myself to just being like a YouTuber or just a fashion designer or whatever. Like I feel like I just want to be able to create freely and just be an artist. I do want to get my work out there and be well known, and not for the fact of fame, but more for the fact that I just want to be able to inspire people and connect with people through my art and touch people. So yeah, I guess that's who I aspire to be. I was asked, where do I get my inspiration from? E11206K asks, how old are you and how long have you been studying fashion? So I'm 19. My birthday's in November, so I'll be 20 coming up. I've been studying fashion since I was a junior in high school, but it wasn't like college level. Like I had a fashion program at like, I don't know, I went to like this technical school while I was in high school, and they had a fashion program, and that's where I first learned like the basics. And then I'm in my 3rd year of FIT. I did fashion design for 2 years, and now I'm doing my 1st year of menswear. Favorite brand or designer, asked by Alif Siaz. I used to always say Alexander Wang, but not based on design. Like I appreciate Alexander Wang in terms of his marketing, his branding. I just love his whole aesthetic. I love how he operates. I love how he works. So in terms of like, I guess a brand, he's like my favorite. I just love how he works, how he does things. I feel like it's so cool. It's so effortless. It's just so him. I don't know. I just really like him as a brand. I don't know if I even have a favorite designer, honestly. I feel like as of recently, I'm now starting to get more into like brands and designers. But I honestly wasn't someone who was like really into that stuff. Even though I was into fashion, I was always into like thrifting and kind of just making my own stuff. So yeah, I've never really been like super into any brand names. But yeah, in terms of brand, I really love Alexander Wang. Where do you get inspired to make unique pieces? How do you get motivated? Honestly, guys, I don't know. Like, if you guys follow me on Instagram and you saw like these chain vest and harness pieces I've been making, I'll insert some photos here. I literally was driving. Actually, I went to Home Depot with my mom when I made the first one. And I was like, whoa, like I literally bought a whole roll of chain, like literally like 80 yards of chain or 80 feet of chain. And I was like, this would be so cool to make like a body chain or like some type of harness. Like I just thought it was gonna be like the coolest thing. And then when I made it, it's really cool, the first one, but I feel like it's a little heavy. So I was like, a couple days later, I was driving and I literally just got the idea to make the other one. I was like, I feel like it'd be cooler to have something that's a little more like lightweight and compact, but it's still like kind of a vest type of thing. So yeah, it kind of just comes to me, and I feel like when ideas come to me, I kind of just go for it right then and there. Like I literally came home, didn't film a video, and made that just because it like came to me. And I always say, like, as a creator of any kind, whenever you're inspired or you're like, you get like in the mood to do something, go for it, because that's like the best time to act on like those creative like impulses, I feel personally. So yeah, it kind of just comes to me. Where do you get motivated? I guess like knowing my end goal really motivates me, like knowing that I do want to be someone who can inspire people on a larger level. That keeps me motivated and like keeps me knowing that I kind of have to work and like, you know, constantly create and just try to push myself, because I know it's like for like a greater purpose kind of thing. So I guess that motivates me. And like you guys, when you guys message me and tell me like super sweet things, like that just really keeps me motivated as well. How do you layer clothes for winter without looking like a potato? That question was asked by Ramona VP. I don't know. I feel like, see, That's hard for me to answer because I'm someone who dresses like a little boy in the winter. Like, I love the little boy looks. So that's kind of hard for me to answer. But I know what you mean. I feel like if you don't want to look, you know, do like the little boy look and be super baggy, I would say like start with like more fitted clothing and work your way up to like baggier things. Like maybe start with like a fitted top and fitted pants, and then kind of put something over it that's maybe a little bit looser, and then maybe like have a looser overpiece. That way like you still accentuate your body, or like wear jackets or things that have like a waist belt or something like that, because that can really also help accentuate your shape in your body without you looking like, I guess, a potato and like losing your complete shape. I guess this is a different question, but it's similar. I don't know how to say the name. No Emmy Sarkis, I don't know how to say it. Emmy Sarkis asks, why do you always wear black and white? I guess this is different. Like, I don't know, it's just my color scheme and like my aesthetic. I feel like in the beginning, it's so funny because a lot of people ask me like, is it restricting? Like, how do you only wear black and white? And I feel like it's like not even like a choice anymore. Like, it's kind of just what it is. I always say too, like, if I felt like it was hard to only wear black and white, I wouldn't do it. Like, I'm not forcing myself to only wear black and white. It's kind of just what I personally am drawn to. Like, when I see black and white clothing, I'm literally drawn to it, and it's just what I like to wear. It's what I'm just kind of like what I'm drawn to. Queen of Trash asks, why do you start YouTube? I think she meant, why did I start YouTube? I answered this also in my last Q&A, but I guess it was a while ago. But YouTube is how I found myself. I always say this. In middle school, it was the first time I ever seen people who were like different. I live in like a more suburban area. That's kind of like where I'm from. So I feel like everyone's kind of like the same. And even if they're different, they're basically like not that far off, you know what I mean? And even going to New York City, like that was so amazing to me because I saw so many different people. But on YouTube, I was able to like watch people all the time that were so different and that I could like relate to, and that helped me just find myself and my own style. So I started my YouTube channel just because it was a fun creative outlet for me, but also because I just always felt like if I was able to even help one person like either find themselves or see someone like them, then like that would mean the world to me. So I guess that's why I started YouTube. The next question, what made you pursue fashion? I feel like I've answered all these questions so much. Like, I feel like I get the same questions every time, but I don't know. My mom actually did fashion. Like, she went to FIT, and I don't know, she worked in the industry for a while. Now she actually does something different. But at first, I feel like I always tried to steer away from it. I always talked about this. I always like wanted to be my own person, and like people would ask, oh, do you want to do fashion like your mom? And I would be like, no, no way. But fashion was always how I expressed myself, even without talking. It was always like I always dressed different than everyone. It was always how I just was myself, and it was where I was most comfortable. And my mom asked me one day, like, if you could do anything and you knew you would get paid, or like money wasn't an issue, what would you do? And I was like either, at the time I didn't know how to sew, so I was like, oh, I'd style people, that'd be so much fun. And then that's when I started studying fashion. I learned how to sew, and I actually realized I like designing. So yeah. How can you afford for your wardrobe to be all black and white, sis? Ask school later. I don't know like what she means by that. Like, does she mean like how am I only able to wear black and white? I don't know. Like, it's just my thing, guys. I feel like it's not that big of a deal. Like, to me personally, like, it's really not that big of a deal. But I feel like to so many other people, they're like, how do you only wear black and white? But I feel like again, I've just been doing it for so long that it's just like so common for me. Do you watch Vampire Diaries? No, I don't watch that much TV at all. Are you in a relationship? No, I am not. You guys know I wasn't, well, if you guys follow me for a while, I was in a relationship for like mad long, guys, like mad long. But no, I'm not, and I'm not really looking for one either. Like, I'm just focused on myself. I feel like I'm so young and I have so many other things to worry about. So I just want to focus on myself right now. Where do you get inspiration from? I'm pretty sure I answered that. Do you like girls? No, I don't. Well, like, not in that way, if that's what you mean. No, I do not. But I'm, you know, I'm open to everyone liking whoever they like, so don't take that the wrong way. I personally just don't. I'm not gonna read this entire question because I feel like it's a little personal, but they asked, are you in any time feeling depression or like you can't continue in life? So I actually talked about this in my last Q&A as well. I'm doing some faux freckles, but I'm gonna answer this question. I feel like we all deal with sadness and pain. Like, I feel like people tend to like think, oh, someone's life looks so put together and perfect, there's no way they have any issues, or there's no way they're sad, there's no way they feel like me. And I feel like that's so not true. And that's something that like I've really learned recently, especially, that like everyone, guys, like everyone has problems. Everyone has cried themselves to sleep. Everyone has questioned life, questioned their purpose, has felt lost and confused, like everyone. And I think knowing that helps you when you're at those points to know, like, yeah, you're at a down point, but like everyone's been there and like you can get through it. You know what I mean? And I feel like that personally helps me, like knowing other people have dealt with things like that helps me. So yes, definitely, I've definitely been through a lot of stuff. Like, even like I said, I was in a relationship for 3 years and then it ended. In the end, it wasn't good. So like, it's just a lot of things that I feel like goes on behind the camera that people don't see in everyone's life. And yeah, I definitely would say watch my last video. I talked about on there how I stay so positive and my 3 tips to positivity and all that stuff. So if you guys are interested, I'll leave that video down below. It's another Q&A. I also go more in depth about some of the other questions that were asked in this video if you guys are interested. Someone else said, do you have a crush or a boyfriend? I do not have a boyfriend, and I may or may not have a crush. You may never know. The world may never know. Or maybe you guys will, who knows. Which one would you choose? Fingers for eyelashes or eyelashes for fingers? What? I wouldn't want to choose that at all. See, like fingers for eyelashes though, like my eyes would be closed all the time. Like my eyelids would be so heavy. But if eyelashes were my fingers, I would not be able to do anything. Guys, I think I would have to say, you know, I really can't answer that question. Maybe like, I want to say fingers for eyelashes, but then I just feel like that would be a terrible life. But like also eyelashes for fingers, like I wouldn't even be, yeah, no, I would need my fingers to eat, so I would have to put fingers on my eyelashes. That's it. That's it. That's how it's gonna have to go. Who inspires you? Pretty sure I answered that. Why do you like black and white? I don't know if I answered that. It's just really aesthetically pleasing to me. I just love how it looks. I'm just super intrigued by it. I love it. I love the fact that I can pull anything out my closet at any time and it will always match. Even if I look crazy, it can match. So I love that. What is one thing you would never wear? And if you had to, how would you style it? I don't know how to answer that question. I feel like I'd wear, there's nothing that I wouldn't wear. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like if someone gave me something, like there's nothing that I like wouldn't wear. Ever think about choosing a different color of hair? Yes, I do all the time. I'm always telling you guys to like send me like what you guys think, because hair companies will contact me and stuff. And I used to work with like a while back, but I feel like I'm kind of just getting the same hair over and over again. And I want to try something different. I want to do something different, but I don't know what exactly I'd want to do. So let me know down below what hair, color, texture, or like anything you guys think would look good on me. Another person asked my height. I answered that. What is your biggest aspiration? My biggest aspiration is to be at the point where I am wealthy enough that I can just like give back tremendously. Like, you guys don't know how much it like stresses me when I see like young kids not having the opportunity to go to school, or young kids not having the tools to go to school, or just kids, or just even people like my age who don't have the opportunities to go to college or things like that. And like, that's something that would help them get further in life, or that's a goal of theirs and they're not able to accomplish it. Like, that just breaks my heart so much, and it makes me so much more grateful that I'm able to. But like, I just want to get to a point where like I can just give back to like so many people. Like, I want to be at a point where I'm good and my family's good, and then I can just give back to like everyone else, kind of thing. So yeah, that's like my biggest aspiration. Do I live alone / do I have a boyfriend? I'm pretty sure I answered that. Your girl is single, not ready to mingle, and I don't live alone. I live with my parents. I still live at home. I do commute to college, but I'm like in the city most of the time. Like, I have tons of friends who live in the city, and I just find myself always in the city. And even if I like am home, I feel like I tend to be in the city, and then I'll just like, I feel like I come home to shower, film, sleep and eat. Like that's basically it. And any other time I'm basically just in the city, especially during like the semester and school year. What school do you go to do art/fashion, and what got you into fashion/art? I'm pretty sure I just butchered that question because I can't read. And wait, let me not joke about that. I actually can read. But you know, I'm just being crazy. So if you guys don't know, I go to FIT. It is the Fashion Institute of Technology, and it's in Manhattan, in Chelsea to be specific. And yeah, I do fashion design there. Well, I did fashion design for 2 years, like I said, and now I do menswear. How do you keep yourself motivated and doing what you love? That's a really good question. I feel like my answer to some of my other questions answer that as well. Like I mentioned in one of the other questions, like I feel like just always knowing how far I've come, knowing how blessed I am to have the life I have, and knowing how far I want to go and like the things I want to do, that just really keeps me motivated. Like even you guys, when you guys message me and like you say like my videos help you, like I can't even believe that, because I'm like, I feel like I'm nowhere near at a point where like I want to be in life. So like the fact that I'm here in my life and I'm able to help people, like that literally just like makes my heart like melt, and it just makes me feel like I'm on the right track, and it just really keeps me motivated and wanting to do more, because I know like this is just the beginning and there's so much more for me to do, and there's so much more that I want to do. I don't know, that just really keeps me motivated. Oh guys, I just realized I didn't put highlighter on. Let me do that real quick. Rose Scree, she asked, how was your day? My day is good. It's actually really late. Like it's already 2 o'clock and I'm just now getting ready. Oh my God, guys, wait, like maybe TMI, but I woke up with the worst cramps in the world. Like I overslept because I wanted to wake up early to film a ton of videos today. So I overslept. I woke up at like 10:30 and I woke up to cramps. Like I was literally like about to be crying, and I had to take medicine and like eat something. It just was not good at all. Like I was in so much pain. I thought I wasn't even gonna be able to film today. I haven't had this since I was like younger. Like back in middle school, it used to be like this for me, like middle school, high school. But yeah, besides that, my day is going really great. How are you guys' day going? Comment down below how your day's going. If your day's going bad and you need to just let it out, comment it down below or message me if you don't want to tell everyone. And if it's going good and you want to share, comment down below as well. Will you be doing a fall lookbook? Because I need one. Yes. Like I said, it's well, I don't know if I said this, but it's kind of been hard for me to do like out of the house videos because I've been really busy with school. Also, if you guys don't know, my mom films like all my videos. Like not these videos obviously, but like my videos where I'm like out and doing like lookbooks and stuff. She films those for me because she's the best. And she's been pretty busy with like her business and stuff, and then like our schedules kind of don't collide, like they kind of collide and don't work out that well together, because like I'm usually in school and like that's like when it's like sunny out, so it doesn't work out. But I'm going to try to film actually today. Next question, what is your nationality? I get this so much. I am Black, I'm African American. On my dad's side, I'm mixed with German. On my mom's side, like way down the line, I think we're mixed with like Irish, Polish. I personally identify as Black or African American because that is like what I am majority. Like it's kind of weird. A lot of people think I'm something different because I don't have like a dad who's white or a mom who's white and a dad who's Black or mom who's Black, anything like that. Like I'm not split down the middle. Both of my parents are actually like the same skin complexion as me. My dad is split down the middle. His mom was Black and his dad was German, like 100%. And then on my mom's side, she's mixed, her mom's mixed, like her mom was mixed. So like everyone was kind of mixed, but like we identify as like African American or Black. So yeah. Everyone always thinks I'm some type of like Hispanic or Latina or something like that, but I'm not, and I can't speak Spanish that well, so. Next question said, how do I start a fashion journey? I don't know exactly like what you mean by that in terms of like, is it design? Is it like YouTube or styling? But I personally say like whatever it is, just go for it. Like don't wait for anything. I feel like even I had this like issue where I would like wait for things. Like I used to be like, oh, like I'll wait for me to get better at sewing before I start putting stuff out or before I do stuff. And I just feel like there's no point of that. Like you're always gonna grow, you're always gonna improve, you're always gonna get better. So there's no point of like waiting until you're at some certain point. Like just put things out, just start, just do things and go for it. That's what I would say. And I read it, the next question after that said, how do I manage my stress? I feel like I've answered it a little bit, but not really. I have like different things that I just try to keep in mind. Like, I feel like it's important to validate your stress and your feelings and your emotions, but also like always look at the bigger picture and remind yourself just how blessed you are. Like, and even if you feel like you're not that blessed, like, I just feel like there's always someone somewhere that would love to trade positions with you. That's how I always, like on my worst day, like even when I was working, I didn't really love my job too much. And I'm like, there's people who would love to have this job. There's people who work really hard and don't even get minimum wage. There's people who work really hard and don't get anything. You know what I mean? Like, so for me to complain about a job that like someone else would want to have in a heartbeat makes no sense. Or for me to be upset about something that I know is temporary and that I'll get over, it doesn't really make that much sense. Or to stress about things, like, you know, that's like the things I try to remind myself personally, to like not stress about things and to kind of just like get over things, I guess. I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyeliner though, because I cannot talk and do it at the same time. If you could be anywhere right now, where would you be? Also, love you so much. Love you so much. Thank you so much for asking a question. If I could be anywhere, where would I be? I'd be right here. No, I'm just kidding. If I could be anywhere, I'd probably be on a beach, honestly. How did I get into YouTube? I'm pretty sure I answered that one. Do your parents support your choices of studying art? Yeah, I'm so grateful for that, because my mom, like her mom supported her, but like her grandparents didn't really support it. They thought fashion was like a hobby and didn't really think like she was doing anything important. So I'm just so grateful that she kind of like paved that pathway for me and kind of like proved to everyone that fashion really is something. Like, I personally don't know how people don't see that. Like, I'm pretty sure everybody buys clothes, you know what I mean? So I don't get how people don't see that it's a very big industry and there's a lot of money in it, and even just art in general. But, you know, some people are like a lot more classic and have their different beliefs. So I understand, but I just personally don't really think that way. Have you ever had a problem because of your skin color? And then in parentheses, she said, I'm just asking because I dealt with racism. Yes, I mentioned this also in my last video. So like I said, I identify as Black. My hometown where I'm from is majority Black, but my like middle school and high school that I went to was like a nicer school, and it was majority Caucasian. There were like a few Hispanic, like I honestly could count on my hand how many Black students there were in the whole high school and middle school. When I got to high school, it got a little more diverse, but yeah, I don't know. Like, and I feel like being my skin complexion, a lot of people don't like realize how frustrating it can be sometimes, because with Black people, I feel like if you're my skin complexion, you're not looked at as Black enough, or like, you're just like, oh, you're light skinned though, like whatever that means. But to white people, I am Black, or like, do you know what I mean? So it was just like a lot growing up. It was confusing for me. I didn't really know where I identified or where I fit in. That's again why YouTube was such a big deal to me. I started seeing people like me, and it just really helped me find myself and come to conclusion with myself. I feel like I've came to the fact though that like I'm never gonna fit in anywhere, like 100%. Even with other mixed people, like I have a friend who her mom's Black, her dad's white. She's a completely different skin complexion than me, but it's also different because like she was raised with someone who's in a household where someone's Black and someone's white. Like I wasn't. Like I feel like I was raised as if I was Black and in a Black household and in a Black family and that type of thing. So there's just differences, and I feel like I personally just came to the fact and conclusion that I'm never gonna 100% fit in anywhere. I mean, I don't think anyone does, but I personally don't feel like I really can. So yeah, I've dealt with things, people said things, people whatever, but I guess that's all I'll address on that, because we don't really need to give, you know, haters and negativity too much attention and energy. Next question, I guess it's a request. They said, can you do some videos on how you got into your fashion program and portfolio tips? I really was gonna do this video. Like, I'm pretty sure I filmed this video like 3 times. Wait, I may have actually uploaded this video. I'm so confused. Wait. If I've uploaded a video on how I got into FIT and like all about that, I'll link it down below. but I'm also not sure. Oh, I think I did a video like my first year and a half at FIT, but I talked about it in the video. I talked about portfolio, I talked about campus, I talked about FIT, like the community, I talked about fashion design classes in particular. So yeah, I did do a video on that. I'll link that down below if you guys are interested. Someone asked, am I gonna be doing a New York City meetup? I definitely will. Like I don't know where like the majority of you are from. Like I feel like you guys are from everywhere. So like I never thought that a lot of you are from New York or New York City. But if you guys are and would be willing to, like I'd definitely be down to do a meetup. Like I'm be down to do anything. Like we could just do a meetup and like hang, we can go shopping or go thrifting or something. I don't know, I think that'd be really fun. So comment down below right now if you would come to a New York City meetup, because I definitely would do that. Someone asked, how did you learn to dress so well? Well, thank you for thinking that I dress well. But also, wait, guys, I'm gonna put my lashes on and then I'll be right back. I talked about this a while back because a lot of people ask me like about thrifting, how am I able to thrift and stuff. When I was younger, I feel like we didn't have as much, and thrifting wasn't like something to do for fun. It's like what we did because we kind of had to. And I feel like when you don't have much, you get more creative because you have to make something out of nothing. So I always was like cutting up my clothing or like pinning things together, tying things up and stuff. And I feel like that creativity just kind of came from that, and it kind of just spiraled. And I feel like even when I started working for money and getting my own money and things like that, I still act the same way. It's not like I'm like, oh, now I'm just gonna go buy stuff. I still would prefer thrifting rather than going in like a regular store, and I prefer like making my own stuff rather than just going and buying something. So that's just personally me. I also just feel like I'm always wanting to switch up my style and try something new, and like I never feel like I have to be defined to one specific thing. Also, if you guys are wondering, I'm putting my glue on my lashes. That's why I'm like looking down, and that's what I'm doing. But yeah, I never feel the need to be like defined by any one thing in any way. And I mean, like, I don't feel the need to have one specific style or anything. Like I feel like I can always just dress how I want and try new things and just have fun with it. Where do you buy your clothes? Love your style. Thank you so much. I mostly shop at thrift stores like I just mentioned. What would you call your art style? I'm an artist myself, but it's nice to see others work. Ooh, wait, I'm gonna like look into their work. Maddie_Meyer, if you guys wanna check him out. MATTI_MEYER if you want to check out her work or their work. I would describe my style as like edgy. I just feel like it's edgy because I feel like it's not dark. I use dark colors and I use like, I feel like kind of like dark things, but I feel like the mood itself isn't dark, so I would rather call it like edgy kind of, like kind of edgy. I don't know any other word to describe it. If you guys know, let me know down below. Where do you want to be 10 years time? 10 years time, I want to be where I said. I want to be like good. I want to be settled. I want to be at a point where like I'm not worrying about money. I'm not doing things for money. I'm just like living my life, but I have enough money that I'm able to like give back and like do a lot of other things and travel. Advice for being in the present. Oh my God, I just watched the AM with Amy. I don't know if you guys know Amy what is her name? She's a YouTuber. She's like known, so I'm pretty sure you guys know her. But she was doing a video, and in the video she's reading this book. I forgot what it's called, like How to Live in the Now, something like that. And in the video, I'm someone who like, I learned about a year ago or a few years ago the idea that like time is an illusion, and I strongly believe that. Like I just feel like there's no real thing of time. Like we all just are living here now. Like even the past is time, the future is like, it's time, it's made up. Like it's something that we've made up to keep track of time or to keep track of things. But in the book, she read a quote that basically said, if someone asks you the time, your response should just be it's now. Because there really is no past, there really is no future. Like that's just something in your mind. And like a way to think about this is when you wake up in the morning and like you get in the shower, you're just in the now, right? Like you're fine, you're good. But then say you start thinking about your past, you might get upset, you might get whatever. And it's like, there's no need to do that because the past is the past, and that's something like we made up anyway. And the only thing you have to worry about is right now. So that was really big to me. And I just was like, wow. And I loved that. So yeah. The video is literally gonna be so long, but I honestly don't know if I'm gonna shorten it because like, why not? What inspired this distinct style you're so well known for? By the way, I love you. I love you too. This is asked by it's.mia. What inspired it? I'm not really sure. Like, I don't know how to answer this question. I know I answered it like way more in depth, but I don't know how to answer it quickly. I finally finished and I sprayed my face. So I'm just gonna answer like a few more questions before we end the video. Summer Destiny asks, how do you balance work, school, YouTube, and working on pieces and not feel overwhelmed? Well, I just always tell myself to do my best and do what I can do. I try not to, like, I obviously do get overwhelmed sometimes, but I just do the best that I can. I also prioritize, I personally feel like school and YouTube is like #1 for me because those are like my future. School is obviously gonna help me like better myself and educate myself, and then YouTube is like my family and something that I feel like I've created and I've grown, so like I wanna keep, I guess, like putting into it. I try to like schedule things too and like make time for things so that I'm able to do everything, but it does get overwhelming sometimes. I just try not to get too overwhelmed. What do you look for in men? That's an interesting question. I feel like I've never answered that. I like to think I don't have any specific type, but it's more like qualities and characteristics. Like I more care about someone's character and personality because I feel like that's what really can attract you to someone. I feel like someone could be the most attractive person in the world, and if they don't have a good heart and they don't have good character and like good work ethic and just like caring about people or like funny, like I just feel like I don't find them attractive. That's just like how I am. So I feel like my top things are that you have to just be a good person, like have a heart and care about people. I also feel like you have to be funny because I just feel like I'm so goofy and silly that like if someone were not funny, like I just don't know what I'd do. I just be like, oh, okay, like, you know what I mean? Or like I just be laughing at myself all day long, which like I do anyway, but well, would I need someone else to do that for, you know? I also feel like good work ethic is something important to me personally, and not for like any reasons. Like I'm someone who strongly believes that like when you're with someone, especially at my age, like your money is your money, my money is my money type of thing. Like I'm not looking for someone based on their money, but I like someone who has a good work ethic because I like to believe that I have one. I feel like I'm very work driven and very like hardworking, I guess. So like I feel like it's important for me to like be with someone or have someone who's like that as well, because I feel like that'll just motivate me to like see them working hard. It'll push me to continue to work hard, that type of thing. But yeah, I think that's basically it. Just be into something. Like I just feel like someone who's passionate about something, whatever it is so attractive. Like whatever you do, like be passionate about it, like love life, just like, you know, that's it. Who supports me the most? Wait, that's like a interesting question. Like I feel like my family does, but I feel like my mom specifically, like I just feel like even the fact that she films my YouTube videos for me, like a lot of people are like, wait, what? I'm like, yeah, I know. Like she's just a very supportive person, and the fact that she really believes in me so much like means a lot to me, because I know so many people don't have that, especially so close to them. So I personally feel like I appreciate her support so much, and I feel like she just supports me a lot. Your favorite singer? Right now my favorite singer is Jessie Reyez. Like I love her. If you guys do not know who that is, like please look her up. I'll like put some songs or something like on the screen so you guys can see. What is your favorite outfit? Like I don't know. See, I wish I could like ask you guys like, wait, what do you mean by that? Like my favorite outfit that like I've worn? I don't know. Or like my favorite type of look. I feel like my style is always changing. Are you feminist? I wouldn't say I am a feminist because I don't think I'm 100% aware of everything. I don't think I necessarily practice it, but I do strongly believe in a lot of the principles, and I do support feminists, and I agree with it, if that answers the question. Now, I'm not going to classify myself as one because I don't think I necessarily do enough for the community or live necessarily in that way or promote it, so I wouldn't consider myself one, but I definitely support it and agree with it. Okay guys, I think that's all the questions. I tried to not answer like repeat questions, but yeah, this video is probably so long. This is the final look that I came up with, if anyone was wondering. I did like these little faux freckles. I just did like, look at this eyelash. This eyelash is really irritating me. Like I think I'm gonna take it off and re-put it back on, to be honest. I just wanted to get through the video. And again, these contacts are from TTD Eyes, so if you guys want to check them out, I'll link it down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope I answered a lot of you guys' questions. I hope you guys got to know me a little bit more. If you guys want to take part in like future Q&As and videos like this, then be sure to follow me on Instagram, because that is where I will be like doing things like that, polls, questionnaires, things like that. So yeah, also for like sneak peeks and behind the scenes of videos, you guys can also follow me on Instagram. And I think that's it. If you made it to the end of the video, I love you so much. Thank you so much, because I know this video is long. I already know. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.